Hey Fruit Faces and others who may be joining along. I've recently had some videos made about me. And I just wanted to share a little bit about this by seeing a video in which I was basically just doing like quotation marks, and that was like the entire video for a minute and a half. They're like completely convinced that I'm a paid NWO shill. I don't even get what the whole agenda would be, because they're attacking me based on my David Bowie videos. So apparently just by saying something that these people don't like, I'm automatically a paid internet shill, even though it doesn't make any sense, because David Bowie himself is under a lot of criticism for being associated with NWA. I haven't even looked into this. I don't really get into stuff like that anymore. But he was definitely a rich and famous person. Rich and famous people are obviously a lot more likely to be a paid NWO shill or, you know, under mind control or whatever than the average single mom speaking out on YouTube. So I just think it's funny that they're taking David Bowie's side, and because I disagree, automatically I'm the NWO shill, when there's even been videos made saying David Bowie not even dead, that I just think it's really funny that they're attacking me, even though he would be the one that would be affiliated with the NWO. But I just want to do this quick video and let you guys know the reasons why I am a paid NWO shill. Now here's the thing, I'm not a paid NWO shill. I'm definitely not a reptilian shapeshifter or a clone, as I have been called in some of these videos. If this is entertaining to you guys, trust me, this is really entertaining to me too, and somewhat flattering as well. I've never had anybody make a whole video about me, much less two right in a row. And you know, it's actually just amazing that it's getting the amount of attention that it has. It's really funny. So, and let me just tell you, I've actually been a conspiracy theorist. You know, I've been called a crazy conspiracy theorist for over a decade. I've definitely spoken out this whole time. How old am I? 30 now? I'm 33. I've been speaking out on the Illuminati, NWO, like the secret societies, Bilderbergs, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, all of those families, organizations, the Catholic Church, all of them, for about 13 years or so, at least 13 or 14 years. So again, I just think it's really funny, and you can go on my Facebook pages and go back and see all of this stuff over the years. So I'm definitely a paid NWO shill because I, for one, have kids, right? And for two, I actually am one of the, I don't want to say one of the few, but I sometimes think I'm in the minority in the vegan community for thinking that actually having kids is a good thing. The NWO is clearly against families, against having kids. They want to put, you know, genocide into all babies, and I actually did a video about that. If you look up Henya, Mania, and Vegan Gays Are Brainwashed, you can see my entire history about that, done a few months ago or so. Number two, I'm pro-gun. I actually believe in the Second Amendment. I don't believe that gun control actually works for the most part, and so that definitely makes me a top suspect to become an NWO shill, doesn't it? The whole idea that I definitely am anti-hospital, anti-big pharma, all of that definitely means I'm a paid NWO shill, right? Because I believe that you can cure cancer with simple things like diet and cannabis, births, strictly controlled births. The NWO does not want us having our own childbirths. I had both my kids naturally in a birthing center, will not hardly step foot into a hospital. Again, NWO types would want the population to be unhealthy and doing unhealthy things. I'm against processed foods. I'm pro-health. Obviously, I'm very healthy, and I talk all about health on my page. Promote your health insurance is your food choices. If you watch my food haul that I just posted, I recommend buying organic foods. Definitely think that NWO would be more pro Monsanto and pro GMO types. I talk about how I've actually defeated different diseases and disorders by using my vegan diet, and you can actually see my progress throughout the years and how I've become more healthy, which is funny. I don't eat convenience foods very often. I really am a big promoter of growing your own food, although I don't have a lot of space to do that, but I do have different videos about composting and how I've grown my own food. So I definitely don't think that is something that the NWO is promoting. I talk a lot about, again, the diseases that people are dying most from, which are actually totally preventable diseases. Talk a lot about those. I'm actually a Christian. I love Jesus. Have my own kind of blend of Christianity too, so it's not like I'm going to some mega church. And I was a big proponent of homeschool. Definitely wanted to homeschool my kids, however I didn't feel that that was possible. I'm against all of the whole microchipping and stuff like that. When I believe something, I don't just say, oh look, she did quotation marks or like a claw. Oh, nobody does that. Nobody's ever done that in their life. That is not a paid NWO shill. I don't do drugs. I'm actually straight edge at this point. So I think for me to be promoting a straight edge lifestyle is kind of, again, opposite of what the NWO wants or what the Illuminati wants. In fact, my vegan diet has helped me come out of drug use, so that's very interesting. I wouldn't say anti-police, but I'm definitely for holding the police accountable. I'm anti the over militarization of the police, and I've been speaking out again years publicly on my Facebook page. You can see it if you really do your actual real homework and use your actual critical thinking, which again, guys, if you're not eating enough carbs, if you're not eating a healthy diet, your critical thinking skills are going to be severely hampered, and I'm pretty sure that's kind of what's going on. Sex and violence. I don't have sex. I'm actually abstinent right now, and I've been promoting lately that it's okay to be single, that it's okay to not need a partner or a mate or something like that. And I've never, ever been a proponent of casual sex. And I think, you know, again, if you go back and really do your research before just calling me names because you don't like one of my videos, then you would see that. So I don't have like brand new TVs. I actually finally got a flat screen, but I haven't been one, you know, into promoting, you know, things like that. I actually don't watch a lot of TV. I actually have a Berkey water filter, which filters out my fluoride. Actually when I look up a study, I look at the author affiliations and the funders for that, so I can look at the real truth and not just the money truth. I'm not out there promoting random, you know, studies paid for by the Meat and Dairy Council and things like that. I don't buy into terrorism. I do actually believe that 9/11 was a hoax. I remember seeing things when I was watching the footage that they later took back. I can't remember what that is off the top of my head, but they later took it back and, you know, changed the story. I haven't ever seen, you know, the plane that crashed into the Pentagon. I think building number 7 shouldn't have fallen. I think it's very suspicious that people were taking out insurance policies right the day, you know, right shortly before, and there were people that were tipped off. It's just too much. I've actually read Behold a Pale Horse. I am pro-Palestine. I definitely do not agree that their land should have been taken, and, you know, it's just, don't even get me started there. Population control. Again, I'm not about population control, even to the point where, you know, like I said, I'm pro having babies if that's what you want to do. Having babies changed my life for the better, and I've seen it change a lot of other people's lives, and I think it almost gives us a reason to care about the environment, to care about our futures, to care about our health and everything else. So, and it was a very spiritual experience for me to bring more love into my life. And I also believe that the children are who are going to change the world. I think that they have like a psychic element that they're, you know, all the lies and everything is going to come crashing down. So I'm anti-nuclear, I'm anti-pollution. One of the main reasons why I actually even went vegan or vegetarian in the first place is because I care about the environment. I'm not, into getting into debt. I actually have been promoting minimalism and going more minimalistic in my lifestyle. In fact, one of my Christmas videos was just kind of about that, how I went more minimalist than ever. But also very, very, very much anti-war. I was against the war in Afghanistan. I knew Obama wasn't going to do shit about, getting people out of Afghanistan. I actually voted for Ron Paul and heavily campaigned for Ron Paul. I voted in the primaries even, and I lost a lot of Facebook friends actually because I was promoting Ron Paul, not only in, 2012, but also 2008. It's very, very interesting that I, of all people, have been called out by these, obviously, people who are not doing their research, people who are just looking at one little claw mark and one little hand motion gesture as if nobody else does that. But ew, it's just funny. Okay, one more thing just popped in my head. I'm sure there's more that I didn't go over, and I might add them later down to the comment section below or whatever. And if you can think of any, let me know. But the other one is I am a vocal opponent of immunizations, which are, of course, no doubt about it, promoted by people affiliated with the New World Order. So just another reason why I'm a paid industry shill, outspoken critic of immunizations, vaccinations, and really all, pharmaceutical drugs that aren't absolutely necessary. What can I say? Leave your comments below too. Don't forget to let me know, are you convinced that I'm not an NWO shill? Or do you think there are other reasons? Like I said, leave them down below if you still aren't convinced, and let me know what you think, guys. Okay, bye.